Welcome back to the God-Made-Man YouTube channel. My name is Jeremy and thank you for tuning in. So for the past year and a half, I've been going through issues in my personal life, mainly in the area of relationships, and this in turn had me kind of questioning the man that I was and the kind of man that I wanted to be. So for advice, I turned to YouTube, and I turned to men who give advice to other men, and through them, I learned more about relationships, about being beta, about being alpha, about purpose, drive, and about putting aside my childish ways in order to accomplish better outcomes, better relationships, and a better life. Now, these men, they don't really speak from a Christian or godly perspective, so at the end of the day, I always, found myself not fully agreeing with them and always wanting a little bit more. Now, in the past, or my past few videos, they've been universal to men and women, but for the next few videos, I want to come after the men. Now, ladies, this will still be good information for you, and if you have men in your life that you would want to share this with, please do. The truth is, guys, we have a lot of boys in this world, but very few men. And I believe that one of the biggest problems in the secular and the Christian world today are guys who don't have a backbone, who don't stand for anything, and who don't know what they want to do with their life. Now, I want to start off this series with a couple questions that I received from some female friends of mine. The first one is from a female viewer who asked, "Why do guys play video games for so long? Is it a form of stress relief?" And the second question comes from a female friend who asked something to this effect: when in life do men decide to be serious about their life? And I was thinking about the second question, and I asked myself, when did I become serious about my life? Have I even become serious about my life? And I can think back to certain points in my past where the moments where I realized that I need to be serious about my life were when I got a glimpse of what I was on this earth to do, when I saw a glimpse of my purpose. There were also moments in my life where I was motivated to be serious about life when I saw other men living on purpose, and it forced me to survey my own journey in hopes of doing the same. Men, we like to do, we like adventure, and we like action. We are driven by competition. We like to feel respected, and we like to feel like we are useful. We are driven to accomplish and to make a name for ourselves. And even if you're not trying to be in the spotlight, we have an innate desire to be able to provide for ourselves and for those around us. We need to find our purpose. We need to solidify what we are passionate about. We need to be successful in our careers, in our jobs, in our talents, in our areas of work, and we need to be men who make our own money, who have our own cars and our own houses. We need to stop being beta boys and be more alpha. We shouldn't focus on women because women are just a byproduct of a life lived with purpose, a life where you have your crap together. Now, this is what the world teaches us, and to some extent, it's true. However, I believe that you can have all of that. You can live and be at the zenith of what the world describes as successful. You can be the epitome of it all and still die completely missing the point. When you die, how much of your money, your cars, your houses, your accomplishments, your accolades, your talents, how much of that are you going to take with you? What is it going to matter? In Mark 8:36, Jesus asked, "What does it profit a man to gain the whole world but lose his soul?" This is why I made this channel. As men, we have so many voices talking to us saying, this is what you should be. This is how you should dress. This is what you should look like. This is what you should drive. This is how much money you should make. This is the kind of women you should chase. But only one voice out of all of that matters. I believe that yes, we do need a purpose and a passion, but the true revelation of the purpose of creation comes from its creator. And this is hard for us men because, like I said earlier, we like to do. We like to make things happen. We like to chase, to conquer, and to pursue. But godly men are first asked to surrender. William Booth, the founder of the Salvation Army, said that the greatness of a man's power is the measure of his surrender. God has created you for a purpose. God has created you to lead. God has created you to be a strong model for the world around you. God has placed you where you are now, not just to work a 9 to 5, to get married, have kids one day, and to die. But God has created you with a specific purpose, and men, the world needs us to figure that out. You can chase jobs, you can chase women, career, money, you can chase whatever you want, living a great life, and still die completely missing the point of why you're here on this earth. Or You can surrender to the God who knows exactly why you're here, who knows exactly what your purpose is. And in doing so, you surrender to the God who can easily bless you with anything and everything that you need in a way much greater than you could have imagined for yourself. Matthew 6:33 says, "Seek first the kingdom of God, and all of these things will be added to you." A few months ago, I was talking with a friend of mine, and I was telling him how we should surrender to God in order to do God's will for our life. And he responded by saying, "Nah, man, right now I just want to focus on myself, my goals, and before I do any of that." And many people have this view where they need to find their purpose and their passion and keep God on the side because God doesn't really care about that. When in actuality, God is the only one who can show us what our true purpose is. He's the only one who can really show us a truly fulfilling life. And men, let me tell you, once you have been set on fire for your purpose and figured out what God has called you to do, there is no possible way you can sit and play video games for hours on end. Me personally, I don't play video games, but my vice is YouTube and Netflix. And let me tell you, I can sit there for hours watching shows and videos about just the most random crap. But lately, as I've been more and more convinced of my purpose, I've been hit with conviction even after just a few minutes that I am wasting my time. Now, don't get me wrong, media is a great form of stress relief. But for hours on end, bro, I mean, that just tells me that you got nothing better going on in your life. Ben Stuart said that in today's world, we have too many boys who are saving fantasy worlds on their screen when the real world outside their bedroom is on fire. Men, this is a call for us to stop being boys playing video games in our bedrooms and realize that we are men called by God to be someone much greater. God is calling us to surrender to Him. God is calling us to be willing to be used by Him in order to lead the people around us forward. Men, in these next few videos, I'm coming for you. I want to take the issues that we've been dealing with, the voices that we've been hearing, and I want to see what God has to say about it. I have several topics that I want to discuss, and if you have a topic that you want to add to the mix, send me an email and we'll talk about it. But that's all I have to say for this one, so I'm out.